Well, both Laos and Cambodia suffered horribly as a consequence of the Vietnam War. If you ask your average American, what is the most heavily bombed country in history? Very few of them will know that it's Laos. But Laos is the most heavily bombed country in history because much of the so-called Ho Chi Minh Trail went through Laos. And we kept trying to cut it with bombs. We were unsuccessful. If you go to Laos nowadays, I mean, there's still an awful lot of unexploded ordnance that takes the lives of little children, that blows people's legs off nowadays. It's a tragic, tragic legacy. And ultimately, in the same year that Vietnam fell under communist control, Laos fell under communist control too. But the Pathet Lao victory in Laos was nothing compared to the Khmer Rouge victory in Cambodia, which came about directly as a consequence of America's involvement. When Prince Sihanouk was overthrown by Lon Nol, his prime minister, we got behind Lon Nol because he was going to help us prosecute the war against the communists in Southeast Asia more effectively. But for him to do that, he would have to be a smart man and a good administrator, and he wasn't. And under him, the communists grew in strength until ultimately they also seized the country in 1975, that fateful year, and plunged it into madness, just utter madness. Millions and millions of people killed. If we go strictly by percentage of the population, it's the highest percentage of people killed in any genocide in history. And these are two legacies of the Vietnam War. Now, both countries have made an effort and are to a certain degree succeeding in rebuilding themselves. People like Pol Pot, who was the head of the Khmer Rouge when this genocide took place, have been placed on trial in international tribunals. So things are getting better. But it wasn't just Vietnam that we destroyed between 1965 and 1975.